Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, and we are going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons as a prestige product unequaled anywhere in the OSR and anywhere on the indie scene. And we're going to get into it because I just saw something which really explains exactly what Dungeons & Dragons is and why it defeats every OSR and every indie product out there. And there's just so much evidence of this, and yet when you look online, everybody and his brother is telling them, Hey, Hasbro, listen up. Listen up. You need to listen to me so that you can make good money. And you can make your tabletop roleplay games better. Listen to me. And they're like, and you're like, wait. Do you understand, Dungeons & Dragons is outperforming, literally every tabletop roleplaying game under the sun? It is literally outperforming every tabletop roleplaying game that exists, right? What are you talking about? This is... You are trying to fix something that is not broke. Go talk to the indies. Go talk to the OSRs. Instead, they're championing the OSRs and the indies while the indies are outperformed on every metric, right? So it is hysterical to just see, the dissonance, right? So I just finished watching Star Wars Visions, right? So one of the things that I don't know if you've noticed this, but man, oh man, May the 4th is becoming a real American holiday. I'm not kidding. I think May 4th is already bigger than Punxsutawney Phil Day. It's already bigger than Groundhog's Day. And get this. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'll say it right now. I think May 4th, May the 4th be with you, is a bigger American holiday than Cinco de Mayo or St. Patrick's Day. There you go. Right? And so I got to watch Star Wars Visions Season 2 because it was prepared for over a year and a half by Disney, and it was prepared to make it available to me to watch, right? Now, Visions is really fascinating, and what it shows is that Star Wars is a prestige product. It does not function like any other, Doogie Howser, right? That's an IP, right? It doesn't function as a prestige product. It's just a product, right? Prestige product, like Rolex is a prestige product, right? And Star Wars, they're saying, hey, we are a prestige product. And so what does that mean? It means they can get partners throughout the Hollywood industry to partner with them to tell stories. And these companies who are brought in, I'm not sure you would have to pay them. I think they pay them literally out of tradition. Right? I think there are studios that are like, wait, I can make a 10-minute, you'll give me permission to make a canon Star Wars story, even for 10 minutes? I think these studios would do it for free, right? And so what's interesting is Star Wars Vision Season 1 was good. I would say 1 or 2 of them were close to unwatchable. 3 to 4 of them were fantastic, phenomenal gold content. And then I would say another 3 were good, right? This year's Season 2, three of them were close to unwatchable. Very, very bad, right? And then 4 or 5 of them were good. And then just one was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So one, if you haven't watched it yet, skip Season 2 of Star Wars Visions, right? Just watch The Dark Head. It's the best one in there. If you're a true Star Wars fan and you just love Dungeons & Dragons, do what I did. You love Star Wars, just watch all of it, right? And actually, I don't regret watching Season 2 of Visions, right? Because the one was so good, it made up for all the rest, right? The Dark Head. You gotta watch that one. It is incredible, right? But what really is interesting is this is why Dungeons & Dragons wins so hard against the OSRs and the indies. It's a prestige product, and companies are honored to even get their name adjacent to Dungeons & Dragons. Lego is commercially massive. It outperforms, right, Dungeons & Dragons by a massive amount. So why did they connect themselves to Dungeons & Dragons? The reason why is they need the street cred. They need the people. They know if they connect themselves to Dungeons & Dragons, they connect themselves to the most confident, charismatic, and intelligent people in the world. And it gives them cultural cred. It gives them street cred, right? It makes them cool, right? And that's the thing is, you know, Dungeons and Dragons is the Rolex of all board games, and forget the tabletop role-playing game industry. Like, literally, the tabletop role-playing game industry is so bad. I don't think we should ever again attach Dungeons and Dragons as part of the tabletop role-playing game industry, because the tabletop role-playing game industry's performance is so bad it's embarrassing and repugnant to even put near the name of Dungeons and Dragons, right? So I really think Dungeons and Dragons is the best tabletop experience you can get. It is the Rolex of experiences. And this is why Funko Pop, Lego, Magic the Gathering, and just in Kid Robot, Creo, just name after name after name, baloney companies that make baloney, right? Like, are connecting themselves to Dungeons and Dragons because they want that cultural cred, they want that street cred. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.